Hello YouTube, I Fix It All here, Team I Fix It All. So, I don't know nothing about chickens. It's been almost 23 or so years. But, we just picked some up a few months ago, and I'm just trying to make happy chickens and lay eggs and deal with the things everybody else deals with, which is freezing water. So you have a problem and you have to solve it. And what I've noticed around me in nature is what is natural that keeps ice from forming. I've got a pond back here, and there's a pond that keeps the water moving. So I imagine if you have a water container and a little cheap aquarium fountain pump, you know, the little aerator pumps. If you had a little tiny container of water and put an aerator pump in it, the water shouldn't freeze as easily. Okay? Our temperatures are about 20 right now. And here's how I solved the problem. Honestly, it's working perfect. You see, you got a suspicious... Oh, I'm zoomed in. Of course I am. Alright, so this is comes from the gutters, and it just kind of fills that up for drinking water. But I've got a cord coming from a pickle jar that's floating inside this container here. I've got a rock holding down the cord. So here's the hierarchy. It's a pickle jar with gravels and a watertight connection at the top, siliconed up, dropped into what would normally be frozen over is now accessible water for chickens. And that amount of gravels is actually calibrated. I think I need to take a couple of gravels out, but we're not floating down in the water. The lid is above water. This is watertight, so rainfall or snow should fall off of it. But, well, it's got this whole thing almost thawed out. It's been in here overnight, and it's doing pretty good. It was like that thick of ice. So they have drinking water here now. Again, they were short on drinking water. Let me show you another one I did. Hang tight. Oh, what the hell? Walk with me. Okay, so sometimes the chickens will migrate out front. Well, the chickens will migrate out toward the front yard here, toward our raised garden beds. And there is another source of water for them over here as well that freezes up. So I'm solving this with incandescent light bulbs. There's another pickle jar floating in a bucket with water and a calibrated amount of gravel. Now, that's not going to burst. It's been in there all night. The temperature of the water is going to keep the temperature of the glass down. The glass is going to cool that air off. It's going to regulate the situation where the bulb isn't going to overheat that interior chamber and burst. So as you can see, we're thawed. Look at the ground around it. I didn't take any ice out. It's just keeping that little bucket right there thawed out, just in case they decide to come over here. Now, a smart person would put that on a, it's just a 120 volt cord coming out of it, over to a source I have. To make that most efficient in the winter, to make it 100% smarter, is to put a temperature probe in parallel, or I could design that, but a temperature sensor that would kick the light bulb on or off depending on the outside ambient temperature. Like just to kick that on to keep the water thawed. And it would not have nothing to do with daylight hours, because you can be cold in the day or the night. It would have more to do with what matters. What is the temperature outside? Same for the other one. I don't know, when Biden got in office, he did another ban on incandescent light bulbs like Obama did, and Trump made them legal, and then Biden made them illegal. So when I heard that on the news, I ran out to Dollar General and picked up every single incandescent bulb they have. Incandescent bulbs are not only for light, but they're useful for other things. You might need to have a heat source for a project, or perhaps hatching chicks and things and such, or to make heat in an area that doesn't necessarily need a wood fire, but just needs the edge knocked off at the temperature, like perhaps a light bulb in your well house that's propped up against a iron elbow fitting that has a tendency to freeze. You can use that light bulb to keep the water thawed. Incandescent bulbs serve a good purpose, and there's very little earth resources required to build an incandescent light bulb. You have to dig more holes in planet Earth to come up with all of the periodic table ingredients to make up an LED lamp than you do an incandescent lamp. So I'm solved in just a minute. It took me like 30 minutes to make these pickle jar heaters, and that's keeping my chicken water thawed. So we shall see. Take her easy, YouTube land. See ya. Bye.